Hello everybody, this is JT's Reviews here, and today I'm going to be reviewing this Brother HL1112, I believe, or 1110, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I should know better by my model numbers, but I'm not so great with model numbers as you can guess. Anyway, I've had this for quite some time now, since the last unboxing, and if you want to see the unboxing, it's right up there. So yeah, basically I'm going to go with you with some of the pros and the cons, and go with you with some facts as well, and to go with you with some things that I pointed out in the unboxing that I was really worried about. So let's get started. Okay then, so this is the printer obviously, and as you can see, it's very snug in the office right here, my little office. And as a printer itself, it is very good at saving your money as well as being an office printer. It is very easy to maintain, and the prints are like this. No joke, they are brilliant. For a cheap printer, this is good. I printed out the user manual and it was pretty fast. Also, if you're worried about your toner, you can easily press a button trick that I found online that tells you how much toner you got left and stuff like that. So basically what we have to do is turn on your printer obviously to start with. It'll start warming up, and then press the button 3 times quickly. 1, 2, 3. What will happen is it will give you a little status on a printout. Like that, telling you how much toner is left and how much drum is left, which is awesome. So yeah, if you ever wonder how much toner have I got left, 1, 2, 3, it prints out a copy of the description of the toner and all sorts of stuff. So there you go. If you're worried about how much toner you got left, that's a great way to do it. So if your software doesn't tell you that you have run out of toner or anything because you're on a server like I am, then 1, 2, 3 tap and you're done. But to be honest with you, I've only had this for a couple of weeks, so I don't know from experience exactly how much it uses as such, but over time, since I got it out of the box, it's only used up that much. So about near 20-30% of the toner was used. So yeah, this is a pretty good printer for what I stand by. And what have I printed? Well, a lot of documentation, a fair amount even. I've printed out Amazon stuff, I've printed out a fair amount of property development pictures, and not pictures, documentation, which I'm not going to get out, and don't worry, I'm not moving. It was for my mother actually. I just print it out, and so I can remember exactly where she wants to go. And many other things that I have done with the printouts, and it's come out spotless. The only thing I can complain is some websites like Amazon have very fade effect when it comes out of the printer, making it look like the toner's run out, but it's not run out. And you can prove that with that little document sheet that I just shown you. So to replace the toner is very simple, and I thought it was very difficult, but it's actually very simple. All you have to do is put these back like this and open out. And then what you have to do is, just like a carriage, just pull out. And then just to replace the toner, all you have to do is press this tab, and there you go, your toner is right there. Sorry, it's not in shot. To put it back in, do the same process, but click it into place. To put the toner back in, it's very simple. Just put it back in the same way as you took it out, but the other way around. And then close. And then warm up, and there you go. Very simple toner changing. And I will provide a link or a video very soon, because I'll put a link obviously, stating the video that I'm going to be doing, and that is how to replace a toner. And let me just say, This printer has been a very big lifesaver in my lifestyle. I've not had a laser printer in my life. I've been using them, but I haven't had laser printers, and this was my first one. Would it be my last? No. I would get it again, but the thing is I'll probably get a two-sided printer in the future because it'll be much better. But this has done the trick. I like it. So let's go over a few things that I was kind of scared of when I first got this. The smoking issue. It wasn't smoke, it was just toner. Basically what happens is, over time, the toner goes through so much damp, it's unbelievable, and it has to vent it out. So the way it does it is it steams it out throughout the vents like that, and that's what that was. But since the unboxing, I haven't had that much steaming coming out, so it's been an okay situation. So let's go over some of the pros and the cons. Okay, the pros are you're going to be saving a lot more ink from a horrible inkjet printer. If you never had a laser before, this is a good way to start, because it's cheap to replace the toner and very easy to work with. Another great thing is it saves on power, but it also can be a con as well, which I'll go to later. It simply takes over 150 sheets or more. So if you go to Poundland, you can get just one of these and put it underneath your desk and replace it when it needs to be replaced. You know, the paper wise. One thing I like is the paper tray is nice and out, but it can also be a problem, which I'm going to go to later. And yes, it's a very nice printer in its own right. It has very nice tone effect, and if it the biggest con you would ever say is well, it's not colour printing. Well, you can actually get colour printers in Brother's name, but I only wanted it as black and white because it's only an office printer. It's not meant for, you know, any art reasons, you know, and the other printer wasn't even meant for art. It was meant for simple printouts. So another great reason you should have a laser printer is the fact that it doesn't go wet when it's actually printed. So that's another great thing you like about it. And not to forget, it's absolutely fast. If you saw the printout of the tester page, you'll see how fast it went out. It was like very quick. Don't hold me to how many pages does it actually print out, because I don't know myself. But as I said, you know, getting the toner out is just so simple. It's just a simple pull out, you know, put it to one side, take out the toner, put a new one in, and wipe it a little bit with the little thing on the top of the roller or something, put it back in, and you've got perfect prints again. A bit more of a fuss than an inkjet printer, because you can easily put it in, but inkjet printers really cost so much money. I really don't like inkjet printers anymore. I've like wasted about 2 or 3 ink cartridges over the last, well, couple of months now, about 6 or so months, and to be honest with you, I put new inkjet cartridges into it, and immediately the stupid thing ran out of ink by the time I got back. And I only printed like 2 or 3 things when I got back, and it wasn't very good either. This thing has been printing more than that, probably 20 times over, and done me a great job. Now let's go to some of the cons. The paper tray, like I said earlier on, is a bit of a negative, because if you're in a moist, damp environment, it can get onto the paper, and it can actually cause that horrible mist effect that comes out of the toner. So that could be a bit of a problem and can probably short out the life. Another problem is it turns off every hour. Now that is pretty good if you're in an economical way and you only have one computer. But because I'm in an office environment and I just simply press print, I wondered one time why the hell it wasn't printing anything. And now I know, because it went on deep sleep, or whatever it's called, after 1 hour. And the problem with that is it was supposed to wake up the printer, but it didn't wake it up at all. It just simply just stood there like doing nothing, basically. So my best suggestion is, before you do any printouts, hold onto the button, turn it on, and there you go, you've got it back on again. But it's a bit it's stupid really, because you know, it's supposed to be an office printer, and I know it's supposed to be saving the environment that we don't need to save. It's just really pathetic how it turns off like that when you want to use the printer, but it won't turn itself on. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with it if the printer turned itself on and actually started printing, even if it was a bit of a delay. I wouldn't care. But unfortunately, I got that problem of turning it on myself just to let the printer continue printing. I mean, that's a little bit silly if you ask me. Another thing that drives me insane is they don't give you the USB. I mean, come on lads, that is just tight. I mean, come on, if you can provide the power lead, why can't you give us the frigging USB? Come on, I know we've got, you know, spares and all that, but for God's sake, when was this someone who's just bought a printer and they haven't got a clue about printers and they're just starting out and they haven't got a USB cable with their printer? They'll feel ripped off. So give us a bloody USB, you tight gits, you know? Whereas if you're, you know, an old person that wanted to get a printer, they got a printer, they can't hook it up to their computer or anything like that, what are they going to do then? I mean, yeah, you can say go to Poundland and get your own lead, but the problem is they don't know that, so just give us the lead, you gits. I mean, come on, don't be tight. But it is a good printer, I have to say. It's awesome. And for the price you pay, you think you would get less, but you don't. The toner is so easy to replace. We actually have a actual shop that actually has this toner, so I can also get it from there, but it's expensive. I might get the cheaper versions and actually tell you throughout a experience of how this went with it. But at the moment it has the original toner that came with it, which was too expensive if you ask me. But let me just tell you, you're actually getting more sheets of your own paper coming out more than you would out of the inkjet printer. That's for damn sure, and it won't be wet and it won't be too damp and all that sort of stuff, and it won't be picky over the paper you put in it. With this, it's not picky. You just put the paper in the tray, put it to the right measurement, and you're done. You're ready to go anytime you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my computer and I'm going to print out about a 10-page document and see how it goes. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to print out information that I have in the description, which is the same stuff I normally would give you, like links and stuff to my website. So here we go, I'm going to print it out now and show you how fast this goes. So because it's 10 pages, it's going to take a bit more time on my computer to actually send out the information to the printer, because I am through a server. You clicked and it turns on. You see, by the time it gets like 1/4 of the page, it starts the next one immediately. There you go. It printed it, and this is what I mean. Look, it looks less fade right now, but when you're on websites it fades a little bit. I think it's because they're trying to stop copyright or something. But as you can see, all of the pages did print, which is a good job, and I just wasted 10 pages. But this was just to show you how fast this does print. It prints at a very high speed, if you ask me. If this was on an inkjet printer, it would probably take about 20 minutes to do all the printing, and it would run out of black ink by then. But it only used so much toner. So 1, 2, 3, let's get a test page. And as you can tell also, the mist has stopped coming out of the printer, but as you can see, we didn't use much toner at all. In fact, we used near nothing. So if that was an inkjet printer, that would flash already saying we're out of ink and warning, warning, your house is about to catch fire and all that crap, but it didn't. So there you go, a simple printer for simple people. So that's how fast it does print out. I mean, I don't know, did we put a stopwatch in? It would probably be about a minute. All those did that. Now imagine 75 pages of that instruction manual. It was pretty fast and it did the job. So what would I rate this printer? I would definitely rate it a 6 out of 10 because it is a fantastic printer. It's not on the high levels just yet. I mean, yes, it should score near 8 or a 7 out of 10, but the reason why it's 6 out of 10 is because it attracts so much dust. It has that power off feature that really annoys people. The paper thing can get annoying if it gets damp, and but it is pretty good at, you know, toner, so I'm gonna have to give it about 7 or 8 out of 10. So forget the 6 out of 10, it's an 8 out of 10. It's awesome, it's fast, it's easy to change the toner. You just lift it up like that, lift out the carriage, and off you go. So a very simple printer. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and tell me below if you've got this printer. Also tell me below any tricks for it. And yeah, thanks for watching.